Good evening, everybody. Welcome to 302 Sports. I'm Mike Lang with Jason Winchell. We're at Ursuline Academy tonight, where the most anticipated regular season basketball game of the year is about to take place. Number 1 Ursuline with a record of 16-1 takes on number 2 Sanford, a record of 16-2. Jason, this is a rematch of last year's state championship. Some of the players have changed, but the atmosphere is the same. What can we expect to see tonight?
Yeah, we expect to see a great game. He has an apparent ankle injury and will not play, but Sanford is loaded, and they can go inside, they can go outside with Lauren Park, and their inside presence is good too. Ursuline, their leading scorers are Maggie Conley and Alicia Lewis, both averaging over 11 a game. They don't score as much as Sanford, but their defense is good, so Sanford might want to push the pace on Ursuline tonight.
So with Sanford, you're going to see pretty much a 7-person rotation without Tucker. Of course, they have sophomore Lauren Park as their point guard.
Yep.
The other returning players, people are going to recognize Samantha Pollock, number 30, and Kendra Warren, number 45. They are all sophomores.
They both are averaging over 12 points a game, those two, so they can score.
They also have another Tucker, Kenisa Tucker, who's a freshman, and another freshman who's really made an impact this year, Allie Kubek, another big inside for the Warriors, and she's had a breakout freshman season for them.
Yes, she's averaging double figures. So Sanford's got 5 double-figure scores on the season, whereas Ursuline's only has 2. So like I said, Sanford can score. Are they going to miss Olivia Tucker? Yes, but they have the talent to beat Ursuline without Tucker.
And both of us have seen Ursuline several times this year. We know what we're looking for from the Raiders. It all starts with Alicia Lewis. She runs that team out there.
Yep.
But she's not alone. They have, as you mentioned, Maggie Connolly.
And Olivia Mason has played outstanding this year, which helped them fill in for Caitlin Camper, who graduated last year. Olivia Mason filled that role nicely.
Also a great season so far for Yanni Henley, who's really stepped up this year as a sophomore for the Raiders. They also go to players like Kay Woola and Lindsey Brown
off the bench, and Allison
Allie Olmstead, right?
Olmstead has had a pretty decent last couple of games off the bench. I saw her at St. Mark's, and she played really well down there.
So I was over at Tower Hill earlier today watching Mount Pleasant and Tower Hill. We're getting down to the last week of the regular season. At this point, I believe next Tuesday is the end of the regular. Thursday.
Wednesday, I know Conrad girls are playing at AI, and that's going to be a really good game. I saw Conrad girls today. They played real well against St. Mark's. Joey Kaleza hit 4 3-pointers, and when she's on her game like we saw last year at the tournament, that's a dangerous team to watch out for, too.
So speaking of the tournament, we have about a minute before we start with the introductions and stuff. So we're looking at 2 of the top teams in the state here tonight. We're also going to be looking at the St. Elizabeth's and maybe a Conrad who's struggled a little bit this year. They have a great record, but they're not as dominant as they were last year.
If the tournament started today, Caravel would be a 2 seed.
Caravel?
Because of their out-of-state schedule has been so brutal this year. And we can't forget Cesar Rodney. They only have 1 loss.
That's correct, and we have Concord is having a fine season.
And if this tournament started today, Sanford's a 5 seed, so they wouldn't even meet in the championship game.
They would get a first-round bye, however, so they would not have to play that first round against one of the unknowns. You never know.
Right.
Somebody sneaks into a tournament, somebody like a Tower Hill who could get in there, and who knows what. Now, Tower Hill did not compete with Sanford when they played a couple weeks ago, but you know what I'm saying, any team can come up. Conrad last year was 24 seed. Knocked out.
No, they were an 18 seed.
18 seed, I'm sorry. And they knocked out
15 Padua, followed by number 2 seed St. Elizabeth.
That's right.
And then they beat Cesar Rodney before losing to the Sanford team.
So we're excited about this game, ready to go here from Ursuline Academy. We're getting ready for the player introductions, and then it's time for basketball. No JV game tonight, so we're starting right at 7 p.m. or thereabouts.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. And this stadium is filled in nicely, and you anticipate it for the top 2 showdown.
You wonder how Sanford has a JV. They have all sophomores and freshmen. There's only one junior on the team, Lexi Patakos, and she plays a little bit, but she's she's certainly not in the main rotation for that team.
And, and Ursuline doesn't have many seniors.
No, they don't.
So both teams are young.
So we're going to take it to the floor for the introductions and the national anthem, and we'll be back after that. Okay. Phil Jackson apparently is now an assistant with Sanford. He's made a mess of the Knicks.
He made a mess of the Knicks, so he's down here. Got my stats up there.
Breaking after quarters only. All right, Back, we're getting a repeat of the national anthem. There we go.
Yeah, I guess with the President Trump initiative, 2 national anthems here.
Yeah, here's the star of the show, Brad Myers.
Is in the house.
Brad's in the house and blocking the house, apparently.
Brad Myers is the man at the News Journal, and he
I tell you,
does a great job.
Brad's a great guy, and he does do a great job covering high school sports. And we have a good time. We have a good time cracking jokes at Brad's expense, and he gives as good as he gets. Trust me. That would be Ursuline President Kathy Field Lloyd. I'm sorry, that looks like Carolyn Zogby. I'm sorry, that is the principal of the upper school.
Yeah, we're about ready to go. We got 3 great officials here tonight for this 1 versus 2 game. The house is filled, and I'm excited, Mike.
Here we go. Chriselle Gordy and Samantha Pollock are going to take the tap. And Sanford with the ball, with the tip. An immediate steal by Olivia Mason. Steps on the end line, however, and it'll be Sanford ball underneath of their offensive basket.
That was a great play by Mason getting back there because Sanford had that play set up from the opening tip.
It's one of the few teams that's going to give Ursuline some trouble with their height. Ursuline's not a real big team, but there's not a lot of height in the state. But there's one right there. Allie Kubek with the putback, and it's 2-0 Warriors.
We were talking about that freshman pregame, Mike, and you can see she got her own offensive rebound and putback.
So the Raiders moving right to left on your screen. Maggie Connolly up top to Lewis. She sends it around the horn to Henley. Off the rim, though, good. Mason with the rebound. Back out to Connolly for the 3. Hit every part of the rim and the backboard, but does not go in.
Yeah, it was halfway down, but good job by Mason getting an offensive rebound for a second chance there.
Warriors feed it inside. It's Kubek again. She's fouled. The bucket counts, and she'll go to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point attempt.
What a great start by the Sanford Warriors, Mike. That freshman Pollock came to play tonight, and Kubiak, what a great feed there, and what a rainbow shot that was.
It's foul on Alicia Lewis, her first, team first. Kubek on the line for the and 1. It's good. And less than a minute in, it's 5-0 Warriors.
All scored by the freshman.
But, you know, it's less than a minute in, like we said, so nothing to worry about here for the Raiders. You just don't want to get down 10, 12, 15 points. Maggie Connolly, his second 3-point attempt, and this one's good! 3 for Maggie Connolly, 5-3 Warriors.
That's what that Maggie does so well. She shoots the 3-point ball better than anyone in the state.
That was an ill-advised pass by Park. She usually doesn't do that. Send it up court. Chriselle Gordy knocks it out of bounds, almost with the steal. And they're going to get the ball to Park every time. She is the quarterback on that team.
Yeah, she's one of the best point guards in the state with Alicia Lewis. So we got a great matchup with the point guards here tonight.
They go back inside. You're going to see Sanford do that a lot. Kendra Warren misses, but gets her own rebound and puts it back in.
Yeah, Ursuline size is going to be in trouble for them tonight. Great job by Sanford.
Lewis trying to call. It's a loud Jim. She's trying to call the play into Mason. Lewis outside the 3-point line to Connolly. And they're going to set it up again. Little 2-3 zone or 2-1-2 zone for Sanford. Going to force Ursuline to shoot over the zone. Just like that. Connolly shot off. Pollock with the rebound, and here we go.
Doing a good job on both the offense and defensive boards.
Kenisa Turner blocked by Henley. Here come the Raiders in transition. Lewis fakes a 3 back in the corner to Connolly. She drives baseline. Goes for the scoop, and she's fouled by Lauren Park. She'll be shooting 2.
Yeah, good move there by Connolly, waiting to get inside, and because you don't want to be shooting 3-pointers all night. If you can get the ball inside, that's good.
5:37 to go in the first. 7-3 Warriors. Maggie Connolly, one of the best free throw shooters I've seen in high school.
Yeah, she's
is on the line.
94% foul shooter this year, Mike. That's incredible for how many times she goes to the line.
Well, we remember that state championship game last year where she made, I believe, 12 of 12, including, I think, 6 of 6 in the last minute or minute and a half of the game.
Yeah, And you saw that. That was pure Swiss. I mean, her forward was so good, and you expect that from a 94% foul shooter.
Oh, there, as we say, she has one bounce out. But Mason gets a rebound, and Ursuline sets it up again.
Chance for a bigger possession here for Ursuline.
So they're working the outside like I figured they would against the height from Sanford. Connolly again for the three. It's good! Maggie Connolly with all 7 points for Ursuline, and we're tied at 7. And here comes the Ursuline press. Connolly steals. She goes up, it's hit, no foul called, and here comes Sanford. They're running the other way. Lauren Park takes it up.
I think
she was whistled for a traveling call.
Mike, this is an up and down game, a kind of pace I like to watch high school sports.
There's no secrets between these two teams. Marcus Thompson and John Noonan have coached against each other many times, so there shouldn't be any secrets between any of these players. Cross-court pass from Henley. She finds Lewis. Back to Henley. She's going to put up the long-distance shot, and that's good. 3 for Yanni Henley. 10-7 Ursuline. They take their first lead.
They're coming with that press again, Mike. This pressure helps them in a lot of games.
And like we said, Sanford's very young. Let's see how they react, and they react pretty well there. The shot doesn't go in, but they broke the press well and got a nice opportunity. They just needed to settle down and slay it off the backboard and in.
Ursuline's hit 3 3-pointers early, whereas Sanford, all their buckets have come inside, Mike. So.
Well, and their three-point shooter's sitting on the bench tonight, so we won't be seeing as many three-pointers from them. Great atmosphere in the gym tonight. Pollock takes it from 8 feet off the front of the rim and in. One of the sophomores for Sanford, Samantha Pollock. Made her mark last year as a freshman.
Yeah.
Lewis looks inside, thinks better of it, gives it to Connolly. Off the rim and no good. Kubek with the rebound. And here comes Sanford.
And Sanford likes to push it, Mike. This is the pace they like.
Park sends a bounce pass to Warren. Sanford gets 3 offensive rebounds in that possession, and they go up 11-10. Allie Kubek with the bucket there.
She's got 7 points of her own to match Maggie Connolly's.
Connolly drives baseline, tries to reverse. No, and Kubek with the ball. Not sure that's a shot that they want to see Maggie Connolly taking.
Look at how quickly Sanford brings the ball up, Mike. They like to push the pace. They like to score.
I don't believe I just saw Kendra Warren with a three-pointer.
What a start here for the Sanford Warriors. 14 points, and we still got 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter. It's a great game, Mike.
Of all the things I thought I'd see, a three-pointer from Kendra Warren was not on the list.
You're absolutely right.
Ursuline's got to figure out the way to get some offensive rebounds. There's a shot by Henley. Up, that hit the front, the back, the side of the rim, everything but in. So a couple hard luck misses for Ursuline. Warren fakes a 3 this time. Loses possession and out of bounds it goes. Substitutions coming in. We have Kay Woola and Lindsey Brown for Ursuline. At number 11, Hannah Biscript is in for Sanford.
Lindsey Brown is another 3-point shooter, and she can really hit it.
One of my favorite student sections in the state right here behind us. The Ursuline student section. They're loud, and they're girls, so they're loud. And they know their basketball.
Yes, they do.
Inside to Mason. She's going to try to drive over Kubek. Off the side of the rim, no good.
Defense here by Kubiak. She stood straight up, so she wanted to get the foul called and forced a tough shot there by Mason. And Sanford's man, they just waste no time.
Yeah, B-Script finds Samantha Pollock underneath. Makes it 16-10. Their biggest lead of the game is 6 points. 1:58 to go in the first quarter from Ursuline Academy. Quick game so far, only 2 fouls.
Now well played first quarter here.
Brown to shoot from the baseline, and that is around and no good. They are just not getting the rolls here.
That's when you shoot by a lot of 3-pointers, Mike, you're going to make a few, but you're going to miss a lot too. So that's the one thing Sanford's zone is forcing Ursuline to do, play from the outside.
Well, they're not going to be shy. They'll keep shooting that 3-pointer. Eventually they'll warm up. There's a pass intended for Kubek out of bounds off of Mason. It'll return. It'll stay with Sanford.
Yeah, this pace is phonetic, and that's the one thing Ursuline has. They have a deep bench. So in a game like this, up and down, they can rush some of their players, like Lewis going out right now.
Pollock takes a pass and hits from about 6 feet. Samantha Pollock with her second straight short jumper, and it's 18-10.
And she's got a quick 6 points to go with QBX 7s, 13 points from the big girls.
Henley is back in the game. They find Woola underneath. Kay Woola hits the layup. She gets behind Kubek and puts it home to end that little streak for Sanford, 18-12.
Yeah, that was a good find, and Ursuline got an inside basket. That's good for them.
So I'm looking at the front door there, Jason, while we have a slowdown, and there's still fans coming in. There's not many places left to sit down in here.
No, there isn't. That's about the slowest we'll see Sanford play all night.
Yeah, they took over the ball with about 50 seconds to go, and looks like they're content to just stand out there and dribble out the clock.
You got
no pressure from Ursuline. Finally, Conley gives a little bit, but she's backing off.
They got a 6-point lead. And I guess it's all.
B-Script has her pass stolen by Conley. She takes a transition, and that's good with 9 seconds left. Maggie Connolly. And we have a turnover for Sanford. They stepped in bounds on the inbound pass. Ursuline will get the ball back with 7 seconds to go and a chance to cut this to 2 points.
That's what happens. We were trying to play for the last shot to go up by 8 points. And like you said, now it could be all of a sudden.
That's just the kind of turnover you can't have. And now Lauren Park steals. She takes it coast to coast, and she beats the buzzer with the shot there, 20-14. And John Noonan cannot be happy with that turn of events. So after 1 quarter, it's Sanford 20, Ursuline 14. We'll be back on YouTube, powered by 302 Sports, right after this.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com. The Hadley Group.
We're back at Ursuline Academy. We're waiting for the start of the second quarter. Jason, 20 points from Sanford in that quarter. Looks like we got 6 for Pollock, and then 7 for Allie Kubek.
And 5 from Warren.
5 from Kendra Warren, including an unexpected three-pointer. And then on the Ursuline side is the Maggie Connolly show, right?
She had 9 of the 14. And she had that steal at the end to get them 2 points, only to have Lauren Park steal it and go the other way for 2 points. So we got Sanford maintain their 6-point lead at the end.
That's a 4-point swing there at the end. Again, made Coach Noonan very happy to see kind of a lazy inbounds pass tipped by one of the probably the shortest player out there, Lauren Park, and she goes coast to coast and scores just before the buzzer. So Ursuline's coming at you right to left. Yanni Henley hits Olivia Mason in the corner. She's driving into the lane, puts it up around. This one goes in. Olivia Mason with her first bucket of the day. It's 20-16 Warriors.
Yeah, we don't need a shot clock in this game, Mike.
Samantha Pollock backs her way in, but Michelle Gordy with the block.
Great defense there by Gordy. She stood straight up and blocked the shot.
And, great pass by Lewis. Finds Connolly, backdoor. Unbelievable eyes from vision from Alicia Lewis. Maggie Connolly with the bucket. It's 20-18.
That's why she's a first-team All-Stater, Mike. She makes passes like that where you expect. I thought it was going to hit us.
Just unbelievable. Her and Maggie have been playing together for 3 years now. This is their 3rd year together. And obviously they know where each other's going to be on the court. We got a whistle inside. I think a foul on Ursuline. Let's see who the call is on. Foul's on Lewis. No, Maggie Connolly gets the call. That's her first. Only the team's. I'm sorry, it is Alicia Lewis. Her second, team second. So she's got 2 fouls. That's one person the Raiders don't want to see getting in foul trouble.
Yeah, tough call for her early in this game.
It's hard to see when a team has 2 fouls. You're talking about foul trouble, but they're on the same player.
Yeah.
So Park's out by half court, getting instructions from Coach Thompson. They're content to take their time and let the play develop. Pollock takes it back outside to Kenisa Turner. So I say Turner, Tucker, Kenisa Tucker. Kendra Warren drives too hard off the board. Kubek gets it, but she can't find a teammate.
We have
it tied up, and that ball's going to stay with Sanford.
Both coaches doing a good job barking out instructions here.
Kubek's on inbound. She finds Warren for a 3-point attempt. Off the back of the rim, though, good. Team scramble for the rebound. And here comes Ursula and Yanni Henley.
They can tie it up here or take the lead on this possession.
Inside, that pass is intercepted. Pollock with it, but she throws it out of bounds. And it will return to the Raiders.
Couple of turnovers both coaches won't be happy with there. That was just a lazy outlet pass.
But these are teams you're not used to seeing commit those kinds of turnovers. Yeah. We forget everybody out there for Sanford is a freshman or sophomore. Maggie Connolly, another deep one. Man, Maggie just can't buy a bucket there. That hit the rim 4 or 5 times.
She has 11 of the Raiders' 18 points, so she's filling it up tonight.
Park fakes a shot back out to Pollock. Kendra Warren, a foul on extended left. Seems like she's got a new home on the court out there.
Yeah. And she's hit and one and attempted 2 threes already.
And it is to Warren. She's looking inside, goes cross court to Park. She'll put up the 3, and that's good. A 3-pointer for Lauren Park. Makes it 23-18. Sanford. Lewis and Connolly playing back and forth on the outside here. Lewis drives, kicks it to Connolly. Another 3 on the way up. This one is good. A 3-pointer for Maggie Connolly. 23-21 Sanford.
She answers Park's 3-pointer with a 3 of her own. Her third 3 in the first half, and she's filling up the stat sheet.
And it probably sounded kind of silly when I said she can't buy a bucket, but she's had several rim out. Allie Kubek inside the pass from Kendra Warren with the assist. 25-21 Sanford.
Yeah, high-scoring game for both teams here, and we're in for a barn burner.
Henley sends it inside to Mason. She finds Chriselle Gordy, who drives. That shot is blocked by Samantha Pollock. The ball remains with Ursuline.
That's a good job by Ursuline. They have to try and go inside and try and get things going.
Kay Wooler back into the game. Alicia Lewis is going to sit down, so let's see how this goes with their playmaker on the bench. John doesn't want to get her into any more foul trouble. Connolly looking for somebody in inbounds. She finally hits Gordy, gets it right back. So Maggie will be running the point now for Ursuline.
Yeah, I think that's a smart move by with 4:30 still playing in the second quarter. You don't want Alicia to pick up her 3rd foul.
So Gordy sends it into Olivia Mason. She's fouled. Kendra Warren on the foul for Sanford. Her first, team second.
Yeah, good job. If you're Ursuline, you need to try and get it inside, make the Sanford's big girls have to play some on the defensive side. Maybe draw some fouls on them. 4:23
to go second quarter, 25-21 Sanford. They've been shooting well, using their height advantage inside. Ursuline answering when they have to with a 3. Connolly looks for the 3, passes up to Woola. She fakes, goes baseline, over top of Valley Kubek, and that's a nice baseline teardrop from Kay Woola.
Yeah, and we talked about Ursuline's bench. She's come in and quickly had 4 points for them.
And she's in for Alicia Lewis, so that's a trade-off that John Noonan really needed there. He takes his superstar point guard out of the game, brings in Kay Woola, and she scores immediately. And there's a ball tipped out of bounds off of Ursuline to remain with the Warriors.
There she plays defense. Mike, she's a bigger girl, so you can get in there and play with Sanford's height.
Kubek going to bring the ball in, and she finds Park. They go around the horn to Kendra Warren way back across court. I don't usually like those cross-court passes, but there was nobody really in Park's vicinity to intercept that one.
Yeah, and Ursuline's been throwing them all game, too, finding their 3-point shooters. So we've seen a lot of successful ones.
So Park content to sit out front.
And if I'm Ursuline, I don't mind this because Lewis is on the bench.
Doesn't make for great live streaming, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, after exciting, this is why we need a shot clock in Delaware sports.
And the fans are not happy. The Ursuline students and the parents and others are booing Sanford for holding the ball like this. They've held it now for about 40 seconds. Newton's not biting. He's not sending his players out, and we got a timeout, Sanford.
Marcus is going to take a 30-second timeout.
I don't want to criticize Marcus Thompson's a very successful coach, but I don't like to see that where they just stand out there and don't play.
No, and we were talking earlier, Mike, that other states had the shot clock, like Maryland.
Well, it's only 8 states, but Maryland is one of them.
And I watched the game down there. The 30-second shot clock. It prepares the kids for college. There's no excuse why more states doesn't have the shot clock. I mean, I know it's tough because it's expensive to put in gyms, but something that the state needs to look into.
Yeah, I just don't like that sort of basketball. It's not like there's 30 seconds left in half. There was 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. And Sanford held the ball for 45 seconds before Marcus Thompson called a timeout. And I really hope they don't go back to that, although I don't see why they would change. We'll find out here.
And Ursula might put the pressure on her because if you put the pressure on, they can't hold the ball out there because they can call.
Right, so there's no more closely guarded rule in college, but they still do have that in high school. But college has the shot clock, so you really don't need that as much. So it looks like now they're actually going to run an offense. Park takes it inside. She walks.
And so Sanford had the ball there for over a minute and then ends up turning the ball over.
I think Marcus was looking for a foul call in that play, but I think the referees made the right call. And here comes Ursuline with a chance to tie or go ahead. It's been an entertaining game.
Yes, it has. It was high scoring the first quarter. This quarter slowed down a little bit.
Kay Wool Mason. She finds Connolly. Connolly only needs 1 second. Wool is going to put up the 3. That's good! Kay Wool with a 3. Ursuline 26. Sanford 25. Almost lost my voice there.
Yeah. Like you said, she came in for Lewis and she showed that she can shoot the long ball.
5 points for Kay Wool just since she's come in for Alicia Lewis.
7 for the game.
Pollock backs down her defender, Kay Woola, and gets the foul call. And she'll be shooting 2. So 1:51 to go. Ursuline with the lead, 26-25 over Sanford. Samantha Pollock, the sophomore, at the line. She'll be shooting 2. And she just backed Kay Woola down on that play.
Yeah.
And turned around for the jumper and just got hit on the arm. She makes the first free throw. We're tied up again at 26. Second shot is up. And that one is no good. Maggie Conley with the rebound, and here come the Raiders in a tie game. So it's Henley and Connolly up top. Kay Woola, Olivia Mason, and Chriselle Gordy down low for them. Mason inside, kicks it out to Gordy. Over to Henley for the 3, and that's good! A 3-pointer for Yanni Henley. Ursuline with the 3-point lead is 29-26, and they're going long distance tonight, Jason.
Yeah, well, while you're shooting that 3 ball, Sanford might have to come out of that zone sooner or later because Ursuline's making some 3-pointers.
Well, we have 2 of the best coaches in the state here, and if they come out of the zone, you know that Ursuline will have an offense. They'll go inside then.
Right. It's going to be a counter.
So Lauren Parker's fouled, taken to the hoop. Foul is on Yanni Henley, her first. Only the 4th on the team.
Yes.
We have 1:09 to go in the half.
And Sanford's only got 2 team fouls.
It's been a fairly clean half and a quick one. It's only 7:30. This game ends early. We may have to sit here and tell stories or jokes or sing songs or something.
I think we could do that.
So Park makes 1 of 2 from the line. Ursuline with a 2-point lead, up quickly to Henley. Park's on her, so she can't shoot the 3. But I bet you Kay Woola will. That's a little flat, but ball gets right to Chriselle Gordy on the rebound, and she puts it up and in. 31-27 Ursuline.
Can that count as a pass, Mike? Because it worked like an assist.
It did, but it hit the rim. Sanford does not answer. Pollock a little hard off the board. Here comes Olivia Mason, 40 seconds left. And a 4-point lead for the home team, the Raiders. Yanni Henley's going to take a three, and she's knocked down.
Ow!
Unbelievable! That's unreal! Yanni Henley knocked to the floor. She makes the three. I don't know how that ball went in.
It went off the backboard.
Off the backboard, a three-pointer. She's fouled by, I believe it was Samantha Pollock.
It was right from the corner.
And Yanni Henley, now the foul's on Kenisa Tucker, her first. And Yanni Henley with a chance for the 4-point play. I can't believe that ball went in. Takes the free throw. Ursuline with a turnaround. They're up 8, 33 seconds to go.
Trap in the corner.
There's a trap in the corner. Marcus Thompson gets the timeout with 28 seconds to go. It's a full timeout. We're taking a 60. We have a few seconds here, Jason. That was an unbelievable play by Yanni Henley.
Yeah.
And she had Kenisa Tucker all over. She knocked her over clean on her back.
Yeah.
And she made that shot.
And Mike, what she did was she banked it in from the corner on a three-pointer. And it's a rare four-point play. You don't see too many of them in the game. And what a quarter for Ursuline is Henley's hit two threes. And Conley hit a three, and Wool hit a three. That's 4 threes this quarter for Ursuline.
And they had 2 and 3 in the first quarter, so they've already got 7 3-point shots, and they've had several that rolled around and out.
And that's why I said maybe come out of the zone. But like you said, Ursuline can counter to that.
So you can probably hear the Ursuline students behind us.
Standing room only crowd here tonight.
Yeah, there's not a seat available in here. Well, I mean, we're in the corner, but we got a great view of the court from here. And a bottle of water that I'm going to need because my voice is a little scratchy today. So here comes Lauren Park. She's going to try to cut this lead down before halftime.
The Ursuline press has been forced a timeout there by Thompson. So
that's one less they'll have in the second half. Ursuline usually does not take too many timeouts. Lauren Park with a circus shot. She gets knocked over, no foul called. 35-29, 6 seconds. Conley's going to bring it up to Henley. 3, 2, and that shot is short by Maggie Connolly. And we reach halftime. Ursuline with the big second quarter. They take a 35-29 lead. We'll be back on YouTube, powered by 302 Sports, right after this.
And began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com. Remember, you can always order online to take home our world-famous wings. It's your couch, our wings.
Hi, I'm Shannon Colburn, General Manager of Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Bethany Beach.
And I'm Douglas Ruley, Vice President and Chef of Sodell Concepts.
Located on Coastal Highway just north of downtown Bethany Beach, Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar is a landmark restaurant overlooking the beautiful Salt Pond. Some house specialties include fried baby lobster tails, baked oysters, seafood stew, lobster cavatappi, and of course, daily selections of fresh fish and raw oysters.
That's Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Bethany Beach.
Come check us out.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer of Sodell Concepts.
And I'm Jen Myers of Plate Catering.
And we'd love to invite you to check us out for your wedding or next event.
At Plate Catering, it's our mission to make your dream wedding a reality, expertly taking care of all the food and service details so you don't have to. Our professional team will work with you to create a one-of-a-kind event, whether it be on the beach, farm to table, or at your home. Whatever the venue or occasion, Plate Catering is here to help you make it the best it can be.
Plate Catering from Soto Concepts. Check us out.
Your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz and Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com.
All right, we're back at Ursuline Academy. Mike Lang and Jason Winchell with you on 302 Sports. What you're seeing here at Ursuline is senior night for the dance team. The two seniors. Looks like Maddie Tallman and Selena Ceballos, so congratulations to them. So Jason, our leading scorer in that half for Ursuline was Maggie Connolly with 14. Who else did some scoring for us?
Henley had 10. Wool had 7 off the bench. And Mason and Gordy each had buckets for Ursuline.
Over for Sanford, I believe Ali Kubek is leading scorer at 9 points.
Yep, and then 8 for Park and 7 for Polich, and 5 for Warren. So they had 4 girls scoring, and Ursuline had 5 girls score.
So Sanford did a lot of their scoring inside with Samantha Pollock and Kendra Warren and Ali Kubek. A lot of them, although Warren did have the three-pointer that I still can't believe. And Ursuline was doing most of their damage from the outside. So we'll see what happens, how they change their defenses if Sanford goes into a man to try to force Ursuline inside. Or if Ursuline, they usually play zone, but they pack it a little deeper, maybe a 2-3, to try to keep Sanford from getting those bigs inside.
Yeah, and like you said, both these coaches are good. So both might have counters for that. But if you're Sanford, you might have to try something different.
So any chance we see you out there with the dance team?
No.
No, I didn't think so. Me neither. Maybe we get Brad Myers out there.
Yeah, Brad Myers would be a good halftime dancer. Even that Sean Green, who I don't see here tonight, because he was at Glasgow Woodbridge. Mike, you got a score update? I believe it was 60-56.
We do. It was a win for Woodbridge. This is boys basketball. A couple scores. Woodbridge 60, Glasgow 56. The other game that we have a final on, Howard defeats William Penn in overtime, 58-54. A buzzer beater sent that one to overtime. And
that's a good win for Howard, a much-needed win, as they're right on the bubble making the tournament, so they needed that win.
Lake Forest Downstate is leading Sussex Tech. Our last score we had was a long time ago. It was 52-26. And I had a halftime score game. I stopped by Tatnall and Tower Hill boys. Was 29-20 at halftime for Tatnall. So
Tatnall's 10-9. They could really use that win. They're outside looking in right now of a possible playoff berth. They get to 11 wins, they might have a shot.
So in the girls' games today, I was at Tower Hill today. See a slight upset. Tower Hill defeated Mount Pleasant 26-25. Not a game for the faint of heart. A lot of turnovers and missed shots, but it was exciting. A lot of tension in the building, and Tower Hill put up a great effort today against Mount Pleasant. They are currently 8-9. They have, they're 9-9. They have 2 games left. They can finish the season 2 games over 500, possibly sneak into the playoffs. Mount Pleasant, I believe, is going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, last time I checked, Mount Pleasant's around 16th or 17th seed. The loss tonight probably won't hurt them too bad, but you never know. It's based off points, so it's hard to tell. But
and I know you had a girls' game today. Tell us about that one.
I saw Conrad, and they are incredible to watch. Sophomore or freshman Joy Kalisha lit it up early and often in that game. And I just want to give a shout out to the 2 St. Mark's seniors who played their last game today, Emily Coyle and Haley Langdon, for a good 4 years at St. Mark's. And it was nice to see them go out. Langdon hit a 3-pointer at the end. she doesn't get to play much, so it was nice to see that happen for her.
It's that time of year we're running into senior nights and senior days. You hear that cheer from the Ursuline students for their classmates on the Ursuline dance team. Ursuline senior night will be, their basketball team senior night is Saturday. They've got another tough one coming up on Saturday. Who Caravel stops in there. Sean Green, how you doing?
Sean Green just made the house, so he might have been dancing out there for all we know.
So on Saturday we have Caravel coming to visit. That's going to be another tough game for Ursuline. They should be tested when the playoffs start.
And like I said, right now, Caravel would be a second seed if the tournament starts. So they've played one of the toughest schedules in the state along with Ursuline. Caravel and Ursuline have a common opponent in a team from Wisconsin who's ranked third in the nation, who's beat both Ursuline and Caravel in close games in the She Got Game Classic earlier this year.
Yeah, and that team is Rufus King High School from
Correct.
Wisconsin. And I talked to John Noonan about Rufus King, and he was really pleased with the way his team played in She Got Game. And they earned a split there, and they came back with the win, not against Rufus King. I forget who they played their other game. Sanford, they were not in She Got Game. They played in another tournament. Their first game they lost to St. Francis of Baltimore.
And they also lost a team,
McDonough School, also from the Baltimore area,
who put up 92 points against Sanford. So they played two teams that are ranked, I believe, top 25 in the nation. Ursuline and Caravel played that Rufus King, who's ranked fourth in the nation. So both all these top teams in Delaware and Conrad played in the She Got Game. So all those top seeded teams, they go out and they play these tough schedule, and come tournament time, it helps them. And St. E's, to their credit, after last year's soft schedule, and like you said, they got upset by Conrad in the first round, they went out and scheduled hard this year. So they all want to do that.
Yeah, it's good to see these teams playing. Padua played in She Got Game, and Padua's having a difficult season, but Padua went out and played. Conrad played out of state. A lot of these teams now are taking some of those non-conference games that they have, and instead of just playing each other, they're going out and they're playing in the team that, in the She Got Game, or they're playing in play-by-play up in Philadelphia, or they play in some of the other tournaments in the area, so they get a chance to see some competition or they play the Diamond State Classic here in Wilmington,
right,
which brings in some excellent competition from all over the place.
All over the place. We had two California teams there this year, and the championship game between Ursuline and that team from Maryland was an incredible game.
It was Roland Park, right?
Yeah, and St. Rose was there. And Ursuline and St. Rose had a 2-point game in the semifinal where Conley hit a couple free throws there at the end to get them that 2-point win. So we got about a minute before the second half starts. What do you see Sanford doing here in the second half, Mike?
Well, they were successful.
Race this lead?
They keep going inside. They have their height is superior to Ursuline's height. They're not just tall. These girls have some size to them where they can back players down. Samantha Pollock had several short jumpers, and she can keep doing that. Allie Kubek had several rebounds and putbacks, so they can keep doing that. Ursuline's going to need to pack the middle to prevent that, and I think you'll see some more of the pressure defense that we've come to expect from Ursuline.
Yeah, it seemed to me when they went to that full court press there late in the first half, it seemed to give Sanford a little problems. That being said, if you're Ursuline, I guess you keep doing what you're doing, shooting the three-pointer until Sanford changes their defense. But I also like the fact that they did try and go inside and force those Sanford bigs maybe into some foul trouble, or at least give them a threat where you can't sit out there and guard the three-point shooters because they could go inside on you.
Should be an entertaining 16 minutes of basketball. And this could be a championship preview, it could be a semifinal preview. Last year in the finals it was 39-34 Ursuline. But the main player from Sanford is gone. That's Christiana Alston. So these are different teams. Ursuline opens the half with the ball. A little difficulty seeing. Some fans returning to their seats. But Gordy sends it to Mason. Foul line extended right. Back out to Lewis, and she'll set it up again. Lewis to Maggie Connolly on the right side. Ursuline going left to right on your computer monitor. Inside to Mason. She kicks it back out to Connolly for three. Off the back iron, no good. But Alicia Lewis is Alicia on the spot with the rebound. Back to Connolly. She'll put it up again. And off the front rim this time, but Yanni Henley with the rebound. So 2 offensive rebounds by Ursuline guards.
Yeah, Ursuline doing a good job on the rebounds, and like you said, it was the guards.
So here we go. Connolly back outside to Gordy. The Raiders setting things up. They've missed 2 3-pointers here in the first minute, but they've gotten 2 rebounds. That's a good sign for Ursuline.
Looks like they're
and now they're content to hold it and burn some clock with that 6-point lead.
Yeah, they want to set it up.
6:40 to go here in the third quarter. Connolly looking inside. Mason, the only one down low, so she kicks it out to Gordy. And Alicia Lewis back into Connolly. She tries to go inside off of a Warrior. Mason picks it up, and we're going to set it up again.
Yeah, and if you're Sanford, you got to be happy that Alicia Lewis hasn't scored yet for Ursuline, but Ursuline put up 35 without her scoring.
It's one of their higher point totals for a half for the season. And they find Gordy. Yanni Henley with a nice dish inside to Chriselle Gordy. She lays it up and in. Ursuline with the 8-point lead. Nice dish there by Henley. And good court vision for Ursuline, which we've come to expect. Speaking of court vision, Kendra Warren looking for Samantha Pollock. And the pass is just deflected, and there's a foul.
All right, good job there by Ursuline's defense. Henley came up with the steal. Like they said, Pollock tried to feed underneath, and it was a good job there by Henley, and she was fouled on the play by...
It'd be Ali Kubek. So that was a good attempt by Kendra Warren. She saw Pollock open. We just discussed how they should keep going to Pollock inside, and that's what the goal was. But the pass is deflected. Oh, good. Olivia Mason shot off the rim. Here comes Sanford. And that pass is deflected. Connolly tries to keep it in bounds, but
Ursuline's
it goes
defense
out.
has been active here in the first 2 Sanford possessions here in the second half. I think that was during talking point at halftime. Make them work for their baskets.
Well, they are going with the 2-3.
Good
Almost
hands
a
there.
steal.
Good hands there by Lewis. Good job by Parko to get the ball back.
They have a little bit of man underneath. They have Mason on Pollock and Chriselle Gordy taking care of Ali Kubek, but now it looks like they're kicking back between man and zone. Kenisa Tucker back out the park. Sanford having trouble getting some shots here, and there's a turnover.
Yeah, and we played about 3 minutes in here, and Sanford's had 3 possessions and 3 turnovers, so Ursuline's defense has found a way here in the second half. Like you said, between that zone and man.
It's almost like they were switching back on the same, within seconds of each other, zone to man. Well, as I said, I think we have 2 of the best coaches in the state here with Marcus Thompson and John Noonan. And that ball is deflected, but Maggie Connolly is Maggie on the spot. She sends it to Lewis. Her 3-pointer off the back iron. But the Raiders are they able to save it? Well, the referees are going to have to talk about this one.
This might be a jump ball situation. I don't know if either one of them saw it.
Lauren Park is down there trying to help the officials out.
I know Lewis right away said it was off Sanford. If you didn't see it, I think you have to go jump ball there.
I don't even know what they called, but it's going to be Sanford ball.
I believe they went with the jump ball, but I don't think either ref saw it.
So here come the Warriors. Park's out there with Kenisa Tucker, Kendra Warren, and Samantha Pollock and Ali Kubek. Steal by Mason. She goes coast to coast, off the rim, off the glass too hard. Lauren Park with the ball, but she steps on the sideline, and it'll go back to Ursuline. So that's a tough break for Lauren Park.
And I think Marcus Thomas is going to take a 30-second timeout here, try and settle his team down. They've had a bunch of turnovers here to start the second half. They haven't scored yet.
Yeah,
Ursuline's only scored 2, so it's been a defensive quarter. Again, I don't know if they called a jump ball on that or not. We'll find out next time.
But possession now is still favoring Sanford.
So then they probably called it out on Ursuline, but it took a while for them to figure that out. So
So, like you said, we have 3:57 to go. Just 2 points in this quarter so far. That was that lay-in by Michelle Gordy on that sweet pass from Yanni Henley.
Yeah, and Ursuline's defense has really picked it up this quarter. I mean, Sanford scored 20 points in the first quarter and 9 in the quarter and a half since. So Ursuline has gone to their defense. That's what they do well. They only give up 30 points a game. So Sanford's right on that in the air.
So Connolly inbounds, gets it back from Lewis. She was looking at a 3 but decided against it. Ursuline's going to set it up. No hurry. They don't need to be in a real hurry. They're up 8 points inside. Mason has that ball knocked away. She kicks it back to Connolly. For the 3! Maggie Connolly! Another 3-pointer for her. It's 40-29 Ursuline.
She might be our player of the game, Mike, if she continues up this hot start.
Kendra Warren sends it out. It's tipped by Alicia Lewis and goes into the front row, but it'll be it'll be Sanford basketball. Alicia Lewis with the near steal.
Ursuline has their hands in every passing lane here in the second half. They have really picked up the defensive pressure, and they're up 11 because of the defense.
So Park sends up a 3-pointer from the top of the key, and that's good! A 3-pointer, Lauren Park.
Her second 3 of the game, Mike, and she's starting to heat up for Sanford, and that's an important part of their offense.
40-32, 3 minutes. Maggie Connolly from deep. High off the rim and no good. Here come the Warriors. And a lot of people walking back to their seats. A steal by Mason. She's going to take it coast to coast. Lays it up and in. Olivia Mason with the transition layup. 42-29 Ursuline.
42-32, actually.
42-32, right.
But
it's only right in front of me.
There was another steal by Mason, and she didn't miss that layup.
So they've had a few near steals in this quarter, and that one they finally got Kendra Warren with a 3-point attempt, no good. But Pollock gets the rebound, nearly stolen by Ursuline. And there's almost a steal by Mason, but she knocks over Kenisa Tucker, and that's going to be a foul on Olivia Mason. Ursuline's first in the second half.
And her first. And it's a good job, Mike. Again, even though she got called for the foul there, she tried for the steal. As their defense has been all over in this quarter. It's been a great quarter for Ursuline.
Hannah Biscript is in for the Warriors, taking the place of Kendra Warren. Olivia Mason hits the bench, and Kay Woola has returned for Ursuline. So a little bit of rest going into the fourth quarter for Olivia Mason and Kendra Warren.
Yeah, I think that's a smart move by both coaches to get some rest because they've been battling hard in there.
There's another deflected pass by Lewis. Lauren Park gets that back. Fans calling for a walk. Referees say that's not the case. Pass inside to Samantha Pollock. She lays it up and in. 42-34. Yanni Henley with the 3-point shot off the front of the rim. No good. Saved in for Sanford by Allie Kubek. Little tangling up on the end line. That's going to be a foul on Ursuline. Much to the disbelief of Coach Noonan.
Yeah, Coach Noonan not happy.
It's on Yanni Henley, her second.
But I think the refs have done a good job of letting these two teams play. Not many fouls in this game.
No, the game had a great flow to it. A 5-second call, closely guarded. And now Coach Marcus Thompson is not happy. So Marcus says, I don't believe you on that call, Mr. Referee, or something along those lines.
Yes, and that's what both these coaches do well. They will fight for the calls, and that's what makes them entertaining on the sideline.
This is one of the more entertaining coaching matchups of the Delaware schedule.
Yeah, Ursuline's schedule gets, like you said, Mike, gets tough coming down the stretch here. They got Caravel and Concord coming up.
Wow, Connolly gets that one around the rim and out. Another 3-point attempt. And the Warriors are going to bring it down. Nearly coughed up there, but Park drives the lane and then thinks better of it and backs back out. So she's going to set up again. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Ursuline hanging on to that 8-point lead.
Yeah, Sanford would like to get a basket here before the end of the quarter.
B-script up top. She doesn't play a whole lot, so I don't know much about her. That pass inside stolen by Connolly, and here she goes.
Great help defense there by Conley. She read the pass well and came over and got a steal, and Ursuline can play for the final shot here and take a nice lead into the fourth quarter.
She flew across the half-court line and into the stop sign from Coach Noonan, so they're going to hold on to it. Just 18 seconds left to go here. Now the Sanford fans unhappy with the stall tactics. Connolly drives the lane on this one, goes up, dishes it off, it's intercepted. But Ursuline gets it back. I'm not sure that would have counted, Jason.
I thought it was after a whistle or the buzzer, but it didn't go in. So
at the end of 3, Ursuline 42, Sanford 34. We're going to keep it right here for a second.
Commercial.
And we're going to be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Shannon Colburn, General Manager of Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Bethany Beach.
And I'm Douglas Ruley, Vice President and Chef of Sodell Concepts.
Located on Coastal Highway just north of downtown Bethany Beach, Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar is a landmark restaurant overlooking the beautiful salt pond. Some house specialties include fried baby lobster tails, baked oysters, seafood stew, lobster cavatappi, and of course, daily selections of fresh fish and raw oysters.
That's Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Bethany Beach.
Come check us out.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammer of Sodell Concepts,
And I'm Jen Myers of Plate Catering.
and we'd love to invite you to check us out for your wedding or next event.
At Plate Catering, it's our mission to make your dream wedding a reality, expertly taking care of all the food and service details so you don't have to. Our professional team will work with you to create a one-of-a-kind event, whether it be on the beach, farm to table, or at your home. Whatever the venue or occasion, Plate Catering is here to help you make it the best it can be.
Plate Catering from Sodell Concepts, check us out.
All right, we're back at Ursuline Academy. 8 minutes to go here, Jason. 42-34. The home team is ahead, and we've had an entertaining 3 quarters of basketball. Maggie Connolly picked up 3 more points in that quarter. She leads the way with 17 for all scorers. Sanford starts with the ball, as usual, in the hands of Lauren Park. She feeds Pollock inside. The 12-footer, no good. Olivia Mason with the rebound, and here comes Ursuline.
Ursuline's doing a lot better job here in the second half on the defensive boards, preventing Sanford from getting multiple looks. That's a good job by Olivia Mason on that one.
So they'll work the outside. Mason goes inside, actually, to Henley, kicks it out to Gordy. Lewis
3 seconds in the lane on
Lewis
Ursuline.
with the ball, but a 3-second call. You don't see that every day.
No. And at the game earlier, I was at St. Mark's. That girl for crowd was calling for 3 seconds the whole game, and they didn't call it once.
I saw a couple called today at Tower Hill, but it's a pretty unusual call. So Sanford with the chance to cut it here to 6. Nice pass inside. Kendra Warren finds Ali Kubek for the lay, and it's 42-36.
That's what Sanford needs to get back to. They scored 20 points in the first quarter by going inside. And if they want to get back in the game, they need to get back to their offense.
So Ursuline trying to find the offense here. They only scored 7 points in that quarter, but they had an 8-point lead after
Sanford
the third
only
quarter.
scored 5 in the third quarter.
Connolly looks for the
Ursuline's
For
in
three,
no
but
hurry
she's-
here,
thinks better of it.
which is what hurt Sanford in the first half. So you don't want to take yourself out of rhythm.
Connolly's going to put up the 3 here. A 3-pointer, Maggie Connolly, 45-36. And there's a steal for Ursuline, but Sanford gets it back. And there's a steal by Alicia Lewis. She's got a 2-on-1, dishes to Connolly, and she's up and fouled. A late foul call, but I think it was pretty clear there was a foul on that play.
That was a great call. Like you said, it was a little late, but and what a great find there by Lewis. She gets the steal. You can't make that pass with Lewis playing defense. It wasn't a smart move by the freshman. She'll learn from that. Like you said, she's a freshman. And now Connolly goes back to the foul line, trying to improve on her already 20-point night.
First one's up, and that's no good, and she's missed 2 tonight, and that doesn't happen too often.
No, I think we put the announcer's jinx on her earlier
I
in the
think
game.
so. The 302 Sports jinx on Maggie Connolly. She's missed 2 foul shots. Well, you know, Jason, what they say about freshmen, the best thing about freshmen is they become sophomores.
Yes.
And Maggie Connolly sinks that free throw
Get them
to extend the lead to 10. You got that right.
And they're
And the
bringing
press is
the
on.
press.
Now, Lauren Park has seen this press many times. She breaks right through it. Dribbles right through the 2 defenders. Puts up a little teardrop. No good. But Pollock gets the rebound out to Warren. And she gets hammered by Maggie Connolly.
Yeah, and Warren, when she did the pump fake, she got Connolly up in the air. And if I was Warren there, I might have, after she bumped me, might have tried to throw the ball up and see if you could get a couple foul shots. But
just Connolly's second foul, and only the second team foul on Ursuline in this half. I'm sorry, that's her third team foul. And the first on Connolly, so that was a Lauren Park foul that was still up on the board there from before. And there's a turnover for Sanford. Pass goes out of bounds. It goes back to the Raiders. Those are kind of mistakes you can't make against Ursuline, especially when you're down 10, because they're going to make you pay.
Yeah, and with the 5:25 left, you got to try and convert every possession. But like you said, they're young, so they'll learn. It's the kind of game I think Coach Marcus wanted for them. A game where you can it's a measuring stick for both teams.
They played a decent schedule, but not really in state. Their best competition has been out of Delaware. But he knows if you want a championship in Delaware, you're most likely going to have to go through Ursuline. So this is a good measuring stick for them.
Yes, it's a measuring stick, and when tournament time comes, you get the advantage of already playing Ursuline.
So the Raiders have burned about 40 seconds off the clock here. Sanford putting a little bit of pressure on them, but
Ursuline's such a great passing team.
They just go around and around, and Olivia Mason makes them pay. She takes the dish from Gordy. Earlier it was Gordy to Mason. This time it's Mason to Gordy for the 2, and it's 48-36. Park has the ball for the Warriors, setting things up. She's trying to see where everybody is. She finds Kenisa Tucker, and her shot is short, and the ball is out of bounds. Right to your announcer. That's the best play he made all year.
Yeah, it's a great play by Mike Lang there, catching the ball, saving the 302 Sports equipment. And
I didn't want anybody getting hurt over here.
Sanford keeps the ball. This is a must possession here for them, and they got it.
Pollock with the 8-footer, and that's exactly what you said. That's what they needed. They had to get that shot.
And now they bring up a little. Park is.
She's a one-man band, a one-woman band up there at that press.
You know, I'm Sanford. I'd put somebody on Conley.
So Ursuline doing what they do. They're playing the outside game here. They'll make Sanford come out of that zone. They'll press them, and then they'll find, because they pass so well, like you mentioned, it opens up the middle, and they'll look inside for Gordy or Mason. And they're content to do this for the next 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So they've had a good shooting night. Missed a few threes, but they played well. And I don't think Sanford's played poorly. I think Sanford's played pretty well.
Sanford had a great beginning of the game. They turned it over a little bit more in the second half, but I give credit to the Ursuline defense.
So the Ursuline fans, I'm sure you can hear them. There's a shot by Mason off the side of the rim, no good, but I think Rochelle Gordy got that one. She did, and she is timeout Ursuline. John Noonan calls a timeout before there's a turnover.
Yeah, Noonan
and that's a 30.
Noonan normally doesn't like to call timeouts, but that's a smart one there because, like you said, she was in trouble. Probably would have been a turnover. Good job getting it. They have a 10-point lead in the ball, so they're with 3:02 left, they're in pretty good shape.
That's a good number left there. 3:02 left in the game on 302 Sports on YouTube. You like that? I'd plug that there.
And
I'm trying to keep the boss happy.
Yeah, and let's just talk about Maggie Connolly. She's got 21 points, I believe, Mike. And at my point, she's probably, if Ursuline holds on to this lead, she's probably going to be the player of the game.
I don't think there's any doubt.
And
they've had some spread out scoring, but she's been, by far, she's been their best scorer.
And Alicia Lewis has not scored tonight. And they still have 48 points with 3:02 to play.
Well, that's a good sign for Ursuline. If you get 48 points and Alicia Lewis doesn't score a point, you're in pretty good shape. They've got some contributions from Kay Woola and Yanni Henley tonight, and Chriselle Gordy and Olivia Mason. So it's a well-rounded team.
Yeah, two girls we talked about in the opening.
Speaking of Gordy, she drives the lane. Can't get that to fall on the ball. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Sanford basketball.
Good stop there by the Sanford defense. They needed that.
Here comes Lauren Park. I don't believe she's been out of the game all night.
No, and with not having Tucker, you kind of need Park in the.
We haven't really mentioned Olivia Tucker, except for the beginning of the game. And you're right. She is their three-point gunner. She's a threat from three every time she touches the ball.
Averaging 19 points in her 16 games that she's played this year. So
Kenisa Tucker, the other Tucker, is fouled. She'll be shooting too, but Olivia Tucker can shoot from anywhere on the floor. She's not afraid to put it up from anywhere. And with her sitting on that bench with the boot, Sanford has been hurting tonight without her long-distance shooting. First one's up and good from Kenisa Tucker, 48-39.
And she's on the board with her first point of the night.
Second one is up, and that is good. So it's an 8-point game. It's not over. It's an 8-point game, 2:22 to go. But Ursuline easily breaks that press.
Yeah, it wasn't really much other than Park. No one else got up there, and they found.
So I see some guys standing up cheering. Whenever you're at a guy at an all-girls school, it's hard to tell if they're from Ursuline, they're rooting for Ursuline, or if they're Sanford guys.
Yes.
But it's good to see people come out to support girls basketball in Delaware, and this has been an entertaining game and a good one to watch.
It's been a great year in Delaware girls basketball, Mike, and me and you have seen numerous games, so we know that the competition's great this year.
So Lewis backs it out. So I think you have to look at a Conrad, and Concord's been very good this year. And St. Elizabeth's, despite their record, wow. I think Yanni Henley just broke Kendra Warren's ankles, and Warren's got a big smile on her face. That little crossover sent Warren tumbling.
And you were Sanford, you only have 2 team fouls.
They're not even pressing here.
Yeah, so this one looks like it's going to be an Ursuline victory. And like you said, Mark, and we didn't even talk about an Archmere team.
Yes.
That's 14-6 against
Denasia Brown and Madison Stewart and Emma McCann leading that team. And Coach Dan Pisani's done a great job up there with Ursuline with Archmere this year.
Yes.
And downstate, you mentioned Caesar Rodney.
Yep.
Coach Bill Victory, who I learned this year at Diamond State makes great desserts, and he's also a darn good basketball coach.
Yeah.
And he's doing it with Alyssa Haith.
Who's back in the lineup, I
Haith
saw
is back.
the other night.
So that foul was on Warren, her second. Just the third on Sanford, so they're nowhere near the penalty. Conley brings it in, but it's kicked, and it'll just stay on the sideline there. But we mentioned the Conrad. They're having a very good season. AI DuPont's having a good season. Laurel, who nobody up here ever gets to see, is apparently having a really good season downstate.
Yeah, I had them 9th in the current seeding, so they're going to be right there. Archmere's right there at 8-9 range. So I mean, there's a lot of good teams, and I know Ursuline would be favored when those two teams play, but I'm sure Noonan doesn't want to see any of those teams in the quarterfinals either. It's wide open this year.
We've seen an up and down Friends team several times.
Yes. And Cape has been up and down this year, and they got some talent. Lauren Corral's done a fantastic job down there.
And there's a foul by Park. I believe that's her third, but it's just the 5th team foul. And with under a minute to go, I don't understand why they let them play so many seconds there without fouling. And we're going to have a timeout called by Ursuline. 30-second timeout. 52 seconds ago, the lead is 8 for Ursuline.
He's probably going to say, let's watch the inbound pass, get it in, and go from there. But they'll be all right. It's gonna smart timeout, I think, there by Noonan. And like you said, Sanford's starting to foul now. The problem is, I think it's too little, too late. They didn't do it with 3 minutes to go, so they'll have to figure something out.
We got some of Ursuline's younger fans sitting right here in front of us, and they're having a great time here tonight. You see one wearing the Elena Deladon number 11 T-shirt that they had tonight at the concession stand. I gave her the opportunity to come on the air, and she declined. Now she says, I'll pass.
And a special shout out to Kara Propowski, who's watching our UA Raiders on this live stream. Kara, we missed you up here.
Yeah, we could use your smiling face around Delaware sports. I'm sure she's doing great down there in D.C. Seems to be enjoying herself.
Yeah, and now she got Elena Deladon back in the fold down there. She'll be playing for the Mystics next year.
That's true. Her friend Elena is back, and they're back together, so that'll be. All right, we're down to the last 45 seconds. Connolly dribbles across the timeline, and Lewis is all by her lonesome out there up top. And there's a foul from Kendra Warren. And that'll send Alicia Lewis to the line for the 1-on-1.
That'd be an opportunity for her first point of the night.
It's hard to believe Alicia has not scored tonight. She's usually good for 10 points a game from Lewis usually. First one is up, and it is good. What?
You want to interview Conley? Somebody's got to go get her.
So I think we've decided our player of the game. Two foul shots by Alicia Lewis. Our player of the game is Maggie Connolly. And we're going to try to get Maggie after the game. And she's right next to us. Can we pull her out for the last 30 seconds? So we're going to have Maggie Connolly after the game talking to us, we hope.
And hopefully Coach John Noonan if we can. So if you're watching, stay tuned. That should be interesting.
Nice quick game tonight. It's really zipped by pretty good. It's been entertaining. A lot of three-pointers, which is always fun to watch. We're down to 19 seconds here, and it's all over. If Olivia Tucker gets back, look out for Sanford. They're going to be tough to beat.
That's taking 20 points out of your lineup, and you lose by 10, so.
And the game's over, 50-40. I want to turn it over to Jason Winchell, and we'll be back in 1 second.
Yeah, Mike is going to try and go and get Connolly and Noonan for us, but we just want to say we're going to go to the commercial here soon. It was 50-40 Ursula win, and they played really well, looked really good. Connolly had 21 points. She's on her way over here as we speak. So it's a good job by Ursuline, and it's a really good game for the UA Raiders over a Sanford Warrior team. And like Mike said, it's probably going to be the top two teams in this. These two teams are top two teams in the state, and they played like it tonight. Both teams are good to go, and we're going to get Maggie Connolly over here to talk to Mike Lang here.
All right, Maggie, come on in. She's the Hadley Real Estate Group player of the game. Maggie, congratulations. Can you hear me?
Thank you, yeah.
All right, congratulations on a big win tonight for you guys. Obviously, this is a game that everybody's been waiting to see. For the number one and number two teams in the state. It was a real tight first quarter. You guys kind of broke it open a little bit after that. What was, what happened? What was the difference?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just energy and playing together as a team and having the confidence to shoot. Kay came off the bench and hit some big shots, and Olivia and Chriselle were battling all night down there. So I think that was a great team win for us, and coming together as a team to realize that, with the right energy and the right teamwork and the great fans, that we can do a lot. So it was a lot of fun.
So you're getting down to the crunch time of your schedule. You have some two tough ones left with Caravel and Concord. It's going to be a little bit. You guys, your last three games are against three of the top teams in the state. That's got to benefit you guys heading into the tournament.
Yeah, definitely. Sanford, Caravel, Concord, they're all great teams, so it's definitely good for us. Helps us prepare a lot, and we're ready. So.
Yeah, you had some a couple shots bounce out, but I mean, we've known each other a couple of years now. You don't let that stuff get to you. Just keep shooting.
Yeah, my teammates are really supportive. We're all, everyone has the green light, so we're all trying to encourage each other to keep shooting.
How many? You ended up with 20. You had 5 3-pointers tonight, and I believe 21 points. Alicia only had the 2 foul shots, but you guys picked up some score. You mentioned Kay and Chriselle and Olivia had some shots inside. So when Alicia's not scoring, it's nice to have some other players that can really pick it up.
Yeah, our bench is great. Yanni, everyone, Chriselle, Olivia, they have some big kids, so it was great to see them battle and work hard. So they did a great job. I think Lish, her passing, her leadership, she did a great job tonight, and everyone's energy was great, so it was fun.
Well, Maggie, congratulations on the big win tonight. It was 50-40. We're going to take it to your coaches right behind you, and we'll see you on Saturday night.
Thank you.
Nice win.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to bring in Coach John Noonan from Ursuline. John's looking great as always.
That's not true, but hey.
We're going to move the microphone up just a hair. All right, John. They were missing Tucker tonight. How does that change their game, and how does it change your preparation?
Well, it doesn't really change much. I think what they figured out tonight was, hey, we can play big, and if they're small, we can do this. Then we have to counter. And then if they're going to play big, we have some stuff that we can do. So I think, it'll be a chess match. And then when she comes back, they're going to have more of a threat against the zone from a shooting standpoint. Yeah, their big kids are a problem. And, Olivia's a really good player. And I've only seen them once this year, but Olivia gives them another dimension, obviously. And she has improved her game, to her credit. So, she's bouncing the ball harder. She's getting to the basket. She's pulling up and shooting pull-up jumpers. So I think in the past she was more of just a catch-and-shoot kid. So now she's kind of progressed, and that's going to certainly make them a better team.
Now you got some offense, and Maggie mentioned it from Kay.
Yep.
With Alicia had the 2 fouls in the second quarter. But you got some offense from Kay, which is big, and your three-point shots were falling. You had some bouncing rim out. Obviously, that's going to happen when you shoot from distance. But to get that contributions from Kay and from some other people, and Maggie's big night, obviously, that's got to make you feel pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, they've played in a lot of big games, and we told them before the game, this is just another game. That you're at Ursuline Academy. This is what we do. We play in a lot of big games through the season, and we're trying to prepare for moments like tonight and then, beyond. Kay Woola, I couldn't be happier for her. She's playing with an injury. She's already scheduled she's having surgery after the season, I should say. She's worked really, really hard. She works hard in practice every day. She's been a little down on herself because she can't do what she wants to do, and she's got a huge upside. Her potential is really, really high. So to see her come into the game tonight in a big moment when we really needed her and, make a couple shots. One was a great pass by Lindsey Brown. The other one was just her spotting up and shooting it. She had a drive with a little floater. She's confident, and that's really exciting as a coach to see a kid, get some love in the big moment, in the bright lights. And beyond that, she was running the floor really well. And when she ran the floor, you tell kids to get loaded. And she was bent down, had her hands ready to catch. She is very coachable, and she listens. And I'm thrilled for her.
So you have obviously you had Sanford tonight, Caravel on Saturday, Concord on Tuesday.
Yes.
Not an easy way to end the season, but I imagine that is something that you prefer.
It's exactly what we want. We did this exact same thing last year, but these two games were on the road, Sanford and Caravel. And very similar games. Sanford jumped out on us, was up 10 last year, and we came back and won by, I don't know, 8, 9, 10, whatever it was.
I think 11.
And then, the Caravel game was really difficult, and then the Concord game we jumped out big, and then they came back. So, it prepares you, and that's what we want. I mean, we don't want to coast into the tournament. We want to be challenged, and we want to be exposed, because it's a lot easier to get the kids to work hard in the practice environment when they know that these things are coming, as opposed to you just telling them, hey, this might happen. Well, now we know what's going to happen, so we'll be better prepared. But I'm really proud of our kids. They've been wearing this bullseye for a couple years now, and they rise to the challenge against, all opponents. And as a coach and as a coaching staff, we couldn't be more proud.
Great. Well, I guess we'll be seeing you down the road. Probably Saturday night I'll be here.
Thank you, Mike.
Good
Thanks
luck
for all
in
you
the
guys
tournament.
do. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
And congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
All right, so I think that'll about wrap it up here from Ursuline Academy. Jason, we saw a nice one tonight. We saw a good game tonight, and I'm excited for the tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting state tournament. As we, like you said, there's 2 games left for a lot of teams, and then we're in for an interesting state tournament. We saw a great one here tonight. Maggie Conley with 21 points was our player of the game, and it was a great job, like Newton said, of Ursuline coming back from an early hole in this one.
All righty, well, from Wilmington, it's Mike Lang and Jason Winchley. Been watching high school basketball on YouTube, powered by 302 Sports, and we'll see you next time.